Hey Jesp, catch this!
Oh fuck! What the hell? I wasn't looking!
Not my problem. You should have been looking.
You snuck up on my ass, you twat waffle! I could have gotten a concussion!
Correction, I'm a vagina pancake, and I could have given you a concussion. Get your insults right, you pleb.
I will go and cut off your fingers!
Not my I mean fingers! Look, I only threw the video at you because I wanted to show you this video.
What fucking video?
This video right here, but I must warn you, it does have something that most people would call trash.
Don't tell me this video is going to poison my Chef Boyardee.
I was always more of a spaghetti motherfucking O's type of guy, but I'm pretty sure, yeah, it's probably gonna do that.
Give me the fucking computer.
Alright then, let's rock.
My Angry Opinions released a video talking about his gripes with anime fan service on July 6, 2016. 3 years later, a YouTuber by the name of NECRO, and some Roman numerals I can't read, did what is essentially a commentary on that. March 21st, 2019 to be precise. Slayer and another user took issue with this video a while ago, but the original script got shelved. I caught wind with this when he brought this up to me and agreed it wasn't great. There were underlying issues that we will address. You ready?
Man, I hate when someone fucks up covering something about fan service. Seriously, they're giving anime tits a bad name. But yeah, with all that said, go Power Rangers!
Hello weeaboos, today we're talking about your favorite fucking thing in anime, the fan service.
You know, anime fans like anime for more than just fan service. I know that you're just being hyperbolic and trying to be an asshole, but people do actually enjoy the characters and the story that is before them, not just mindless TNA. Also, before we get started, hey guys, it's NECRO13. Here to make that once-a-year video from now on.
Hey, NECRO, why did you randomly throw us into the video headfirst with no protection? Seriously, if I get AIDS, then it's all on you. Like, the sudden Sonic the Hedgehog into the video can be seen as jarring. Call this a nitpick if you may, but it'll at least help the structuring better. Like, if you were to place your clip saying, hey guys, it's NECRO first, and then debunk the point later in the video, then that would make a lot more sense. Here it's just a jumbled mess here, and I don't like it. Get away from me.
Not even a minute in, and we can instantly see you taking a statement made by your opponent too seriously. You clearly recognize it was a hyperbolic quote by your own logic and words. When you're demonstrating this, it can come off as if you're making a mountain out of a molehill over an anime titty joke. Like, he literally doesn't mean that. All he did was just make a joke about what most anime fans would like most in an anime. Key word. Most.
I hate this fan service, and it's the shit with the tits jiggling, the weird pedo shit with 15-year-olds in high schooler uniforms. I don't understand it, I don't want to. Let's just get fucking into it.
Well, I can see that you obviously don't like titties jiggling, but for the mass majority, I'm pretty sure people would actually prefer that. Also, I don't see anything pedophilic about any anime, at least in my eyes, but I also don't engage with that kind of content to begin with.
Keep this in mind, folks, because as we'll see later on, my Angry Opinions actually gives examples of what it means about pedophilic stuff in anime later on in the video. But that only makes NECRO feel he's jumping the gun on this point, because as we'll see, Opinions is actually going to provide us examples of what he means. Like, come on NECRO, don't jump the gun, put your face in front.
Slayer, no!
Anime isn't the only industry to use this fan service, the selling shit with sex essentially, but I'm not talking about the other industries. I'm talking about fucking anime. I'm talking about the chibi titties and the weird fucking pedo shit that should be saved for the dark web and not Crunchyroll.
Oh no, there's titties on Crunchyroll anime? That can't possibly be. Well, I hate to inform you, good sir, but there's actually a lot of fan service and ass and titties in a lot of shows that you probably don't even know about.
Angry Opinions flat out said that anime is not the only industry to have titties. He says it within the timestamp we analyzed.
Anime isn't the only industry to use this fan service, the selling shit with sex essentially, but I'm not talking about the other industries. I'm talking about fucking anime.
His video is targeting the subject of anime breasts, but he recognizes that there are other industries that utilize the sex appeal of tits. You missed the point entirely.
I actually sat down and watched 2 animes with my brother. They were Black Butler and Erased, and you know, they were pretty fucking good.
Black Butler is actually one of the highest rated shows of its kind. It actually has 3 anime seasons, a manga, it even has a video game by Square Enix, as well as a live action adaptation.
No! Bad NECRO! No pointless anime trivia! No! Bad waifu trash. Go to your room and think about what you've done.
Who's gonna discipline him in the room?
Jesus, of course.
Old geezers smoke weed and drink excessively while throwing around money at a strip club.
But anyway, away from that, these animes, they were fucking awesome. But I noticed they kind of lacked something in common, and that thing they lacked was fan service. And I think that's why I love them so much, because they were like actual TV shows and not fucking weird Japanese, chibi, weird shit.
You do know that fan service can be not just showing ass and titties. It can actually be, showing a relationship between a character, or in this particular case with Black Butler, it could show the relationship between Sale and Sebastian. In fact, I would say that there's a good bit of fan service that's in that show. Not to the point that it's drawn out or that it just might become gross to some people, but it definitely does exist, so this statement's kind of weird for you to even put in.
Yeah, great, amazing, fan-fucking-tastic. What does this actually do to my angry opinions at this point? Like, assuming that you're correct about the term fan service being applied to things other than ass and titties, there's still the issue that my angry opinions is talking specifically about ass and titties. So overall, your point is moot.
Sale. Sale.
Sale.
On the opposite end of the spectrum, I'm sitting down and watching School Live, right? And I'm sitting here and I'm like, I really like the characters, the story's fucking amazing, but I keep getting punched in the head with this fan service that just makes me feel like a pedophile. It really makes me feel like a pedophile. Now, I'm not getting off to this shit, but I'm sitting here, my eyes are looking at this shit, and I feel like an asshole. For real.
Okay, I'm gonna level with you here. I don't think that you've seen School Live, and I know what the rest of the video is, so I'm just gonna leave it up to the imagination of the viewer here. But for all intents and purposes, what the hell are you talking about?
This is a kind of anime where it's chibi and weird, and all the characters are drawn to look like they're in elementary school, but on top of that, all the characters are 18, except one. And this one, this sophomore in high school, this 15-year-old fucking girl, is the one that's sexualized the most. I don't understand it. I don't fucking want to understand it. This shit is ridiculous. I don't want to watch this shit. Maybe I'd take you a little more seriously if you at least had it with the characters that were, legal. Why the 15-year-old character? Why does she wear fucking garters?
Whoop, there it is. Angry opinions clarified later in his points about this segment. You acting bewildered like this makes you look like you didn't watch the video in depth. I am super unimpressed.
Well, I went through and I researched a little bit because I've seen School Live before, and the only character that actually wears anything close to garters would be this character, Miki. And she only wears garters that look almost just like, regular pantyhose. And it doesn't seem like it's anything abnormal to see, but also it's not one of the first things I go to look at. Also, the whole point of School Live is to subvert your expectations. You go into it thinking that it's a regular slice of life show with cute girls doing cute things. And then it just goes to shit really quick.
I mean, would that really change anything about how my angry opinion still finds it disturbing how an underage character is being sexualized? But presuming you are correct, that wouldn't really change much, because it's still the sexualization of an underage character, which regardless of reason, my angry opinion still finds issue with.
Now, Ron, I know that you swim around naked. Am I right? No. Okay.
Alright, so my little brother just told me that some anime actually uses to lower your guard or relieve tension in a scene, but why does it have to be the fucking 15-year-old girl? For real, what the fuck?
Again, I searched around and I couldn't find any definitive factors that would tell me their age except for the one main character who's the age of 18. But none of the other ages are listed for any other character besides probably the teacher. But even then, we can assume her age because she's a teacher.
Well, if that's the case, can't we also assume the character is 15? Compared to the rest of the cast, she looks like she's younger than the rest. Even then, her actual age doesn't have to match her appearance. She still looks like she could be 15, and angry opinions would still think that the fan service this character takes part in would have the FBI swarm his house.
But wait, there's more. Let me show Shima. Let me show Shima. Let me.
But anyway, back to that. I keep seeing the argument being made that they're just pictures, man. They're just pictures. It's like video games, man. It's not like really killing someone. So this porn, it's not like really looking at little children just because it's virtual, man. It's just drawn, man. It's just a prank, man. It's just a prank.
Well, you see, there's multiple things wrong with what you just said. Video games don't cause any real violence. There's just no link in that scientific proof. There's just nothing there. So for you to try to equate that to, I don't know, anime featuring small characters or ones that might be younger in appearance, that's kind of retarded. And people told me to stop using the word retarded, but whatever. But my ultimate point is that you're using the same tired arguments as everyone else. And yes, it is a drawing. And in some cases, if you check your state laws, then you'll be able to find out that most of that stuff is completely legal, where you can buy a doujinshi from anywhere in the entire world and they will ship it to you.
You need to cite your sources behind your claims if you want them to have a case. It's kinda concerning that you don't have cited sources behind the claim about doujinshi and depicting underage characters. While you may disagree, citing evidence is imperative. Otherwise, you may spread misinformation to your audience.
And before you say, I don't have to cite my sources, just find the research yourself, yourself, you plebeian. You're the one making the positive claim. It's your job to cite your sources. It's not the job of the audience. The job of the audience is watching disbelief over these shit points.
And Ron says to put my underwear right into the frying pan.
I don't know, it's a little fucking weird to me to think of grown men drawing this moe shit and then making it all sexual. It's like, to some extent, I understand the cute, innocent obsession with you, but then you turn it around and make it really sexual, and all of a sudden shit's just really fucked up. You came out of Left Park, you punched me in the head, and you made me want to kill myself, okay? That's what you did to me, Japan. You made me hit my desk, and you made me want to kill myself.
Let me remind you that this is all over an anime that he could have chose not to watch.
You realize the don't like, don't watch argument is a poor excuse for content to not be criticized, right? What you're unintentionally saying in this segment is, no, bad critic, do not criticize, look away. You're not gonna make this guy budge, dude. If anything, he will most likely turn this argument around and say that you shouldn't have watched this video. This is so stupid.
Also, if I can add on to Jeff's point, how is my angry opinions going to know to not watch the show without watching it first? Again, this is a lazy excuse for him not to express the issues that he talks about within his video.
Then there are these really, really tense scenes, like this 15-year-old girl. Just imagine, she's gonna jump off her fucking high school because of this moe shit. She's gonna do it. She's gonna end her life. She's gonna do her last 360 no-scope off her fucking high school. And this is the end. All of a sudden, there she goes, her last trick shot. All of a sudden, her panties get caught on the balcony and it saves her fucking life. What the hell? Seriously, this is the shit that happens.
Maybe it's just me, but I would kind of be more pissed off at the fact that it was a Deus Ex Machina made that way, rather than the panties themselves, because even that's still a little bit more believable than anything else that would be going on in that show.
I mean, good for you, I guess. Have a cookie, so you can take that cookie and stick it up your yeah. Just because you would be more focused on the fact that it was a Deus Ex Machina, that doesn't mean that my angry opinions isn't going to focus on the fan service scene. I mean, that is what the entire video has been up to this point, but that's even ignoring how his point was that the Deus Ex Machina happened in the wake of such a dramatic scene.
Really, how am I supposed to take it seriously? Like, I just watched a girl try to do her last 360 no-scope off her high school and get saved by the fucking string of her panties or whatever the fuck? How am I supposed to take that seriously? How am I supposed to take that in and take this dramatic feeling of this girl tried to fucking kill herself, and all of a sudden I'm seeing her fucking panties? Like, what the fuck? I mean, great, her life saved, but seriously, was that really necessary?
So that's not what he's arguing about, at least in this section of the video that you're injected at.
If you buy the chickens directly from me, we sell these chickens for $30. Forget the chicken.
This is Ikin, or Enkin, or however the fuck you pronounce it, because I really don't care. But seriously, just look at this picture because it sums up everything I hate about anime. Seriously, like, look at this 14-year-old girl. The girl in the pink. She's 14, right? Look at her fucking tits. They're the fucking size of her torso. Does she even have a torso? Is she just tits? And look at the fucking girl in the red. She's fucking floating.
Two things. One, Aiken is supposed to be a comedic show. That's why their breasts are so large. They're meant to be so big that it's comedic.
Yeah, and...
No, you can't be serious with this point, no! My angry opinions point was that sexualization of the 14-year-old girl, and high schoolers, mind you, is disgusting. That's enough internet for today.
Oh, you gotta be kidding.
My little brother just told me in this show their tits flow in the fucking wind. That is how big their fucking tits are, and that is how big of a part of the show their fucking tits are.
You know, the more he says tits, it just sounds kind of weird. Can we just call them boobs? I mean, tits. It sounds like a, just a funny word when you say it over and over again. Tits. Tits.
You're a tit. Ha! Get titted.
We don't expect Ron to hold your hand. Ron is going to swim around naked.
Are you fucking kidding me? I mean, I guess I have to applaud them for a halfway decent reason for their fan service, but still, it's fucking bullshit. Don't try to bullshit me. Don't try to bullshit everyone else. Just put tits in your fucking show. For real.
Now, besides the characters that could potentially be children, I don't see you going on a tangent to any other producers of any other shows. I mean, Game of Thrones has tits everywhere. They just have a full-on orgy in those shows. Even in the case of the production known as Big Mouth, they still have underage characters in just full frontal nudity. And who's to say that that's even good? And before you guys start typing, I know that Big Mouth probably came out way after this guy's video. I get it.
Holy fuck, did you just shoot your own point in the foot? Cause yeah, Big Mouth didn't come out at the time of my angry opinions this video, given how his video was released on July 6, 2016, while Big Mouth was released on September 29th, 2017. And what's worse is that you flat out admit this, but just decide to say, I get it. I fucking get it. Without having any sort of sense to actually, I don't know, fix it. Good God.
Over here, I have a couple of grapes. They're different sizes. I'm going to throw those as well.
Seriously, the fate of the world lies in the hands of these high schoolers. Unless you're watching one of those slice-of-life animes where you just kind of happily watch people go along. But you know what? Watch whatever the fuck you want. I don't care. But seriously, how the fuck are they defending the world in those kawaii schoolgirl uniforms? I didn't realize they added +5 to your demon hunting ability and were bulletproof on fucking top of it. It just has no place in these dramatic shows, and all of a sudden it comes out of nowhere, punches you in the fucking head with this scene of a 15-year-old girl in the shower talking about how she's gonna save the fucking world, and I'm sitting here in my living room with my 14-year-old brother wanting to kill myself with a fucking sport.
You know that some shows do have transitional scenes. I'm just gonna throw that one out there for you. Just I'm putting it on the universe that you can have a transition scene. Like there's a couple like that, even in Bleach, which is not that.
NECRO, has this video's entire purpose just been to deliberately dodge the point? Cause yeah, that's what you're doing right now. Just because it's a transition scene, that doesn't make it okay, at least in Mao's eyes. Adding on to that, you do realize that shows can transition from one scene to another without relying on fan service, right? For example, fading into the next scene right away, discussions with characters, maybe possible character development. None of this requires fan service, so really your point doesn't do much.
It has
But seriously, why do we have to sexualize little fucking girls? I'm seriously going for a fuck counter in this one, I hope you guys know that. But seriously, little girls. We're sexualizing little girls here. And don't give me the argument that it's legal to fuck 15-year-old girls in parts in Japan, because it's still immoral to fuck 15-year-old girls. So with this fan service, we need to chill the fuck out, and they need to make it just so it's like regular TV, and the adult people are sexualized, and not the fucking children. Are you fucking kidding me, Japan?
That's actually the end of his video. Like, there's nothing else other than, like a like, comment, and subscribe kind of thing, which you should do. If you're here, you should smash that motherfucking like button. But most importantly, that sub button. So that way we can get some big wangs for Necros. Hashtag big wangs for Necro. And the thing is that no one's sexualizing these children. But like I said, the people that are using this argument clearly haven't found the issue with Big Mouth doing it. That's the biggest example. Because not only is it animated, but it features underage children. So to the point that they're coming to puberty, this is still a thing. So if you're going to be mad at one, at least stay consistent across the board and be mad at the other. Don't just point out all the fallacies with one and then say, well, there's nothing wrong with ours. Ours is completely normal.
There's people out there that will sexualize these characters. Did you ignore the disgusting, grimy existence of Rule 34? Like, you can't assume what's on MAO's mind as with the producers of these animations like a sidekick. Aside from the repeating the point that Big Mouth released after MAO's video came live, it's like you unintentionally act as if it was released before the video was made when it conveniences you, which you have recognized. You went back on this point. You're making contradictions.
Adding on to this, you're kind of making an assumption on the behalf of those who complain about these things, because it's very possible that someone can have issue with both anime and Big Mouth sexualizing underage characters. Unless there are people going around saying that what Big Mouth is doing is okay, then really there's no reason to assume that they're okay with the things that Big Mouth does. Point is, having problems with both is not exactly a mutually exclusive thing. And after this, we pretty much have nothing to argue, so final thoughts time. I don't really have any final thoughts, except, I guess, pay attention next time. Now, Jesp, why don't you take the stage?
Wait, is this the Oscar Awards? I didn't think I needed to make a speech here. I would say the video wasn't the worst I've seen, but maybe that's because I'm not necessarily that invested in anime that much anymore due to, having a life. When I first was brought up about this video, I was scared to see the result. Needless to say, my side of wanting a hilariously bad video was unimpressed. There are some parts we do agree with in your video, like the parts we skipped. It's like a tadpole wallowing in mediocrity, and it expired my food. You owe me 88 cents. But on a more serious note, some of the statements here can be very trivial. You take what MAO states far too seriously, like someone spat on your waifu's shrine. It was as clear as crystal that he was being sarcastic. My advice would be to check your script and maybe try sharing documents with third-party individuals to see their input. That way, they could give corrections and points that you didn't even catch. Along with that, I was put off by the fact that there was no background music. This video dragged out more than it already should. Please, Insert music next time. I'm hoping this will help you out.